The Biden administration says it will enforce the Supreme Court's decision to keep the immigration policy known as Title 42 in place. The Trump-era COVID policy was set to expire last week and was pushed back. Tuesday's decision extends it into next year. The High Court here is going to be hearing arguments over the policy in February. This ruling is a win for Republican-led states who challenged ending the rule allowing the U.S. to turn away asylum seekers concerned about COVID. CBS News correspondent Christina Ruffini joins us now. She is in St. Croix, where the president is on vacation. First off, Christina, how is the Biden administration responding to the Supreme Court's decision?
Good afternoon, Jared. So before he got on Marine One to come to this lovely island, I must say, last night, he was asked about this and said, look, the Supreme Court is going to decide in June. In the meantime, we're going to have to enforce it, but that a call on this measure is overdue. The White House also issued a statement from Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, and she said Title 42 is a public health measure, not immigration enforcement measure, and it should not be extended indefinitely. To truly fix our broken immigration system, we need Congress to pass comprehensive immigration reform measures like the ones President Biden proposed in his first days in office.
So let's talk about what is the president's plan to tackle immigration, and will Congress actually pass it?
Well, that last part is the key issue, right? We didn't see a lot of progress on immigration reform even when Democrats controlled both chambers. That's not going to be the case in January, so the bar is going to be even higher. There's some reporting from the New York Times and others that are talking about a couple things the White House is considering, although it hasn't been made public yet. It seems likely they're going to try to narrow the scope of who can qualify for asylum. And it's going to be possibly if you don't meet the threshold for the Convention Against Torture, you may not qualify unless you can show that you've applied for asylum. It's called a transit ban, unless you can show that you've applied for asylum in all the other countries you've passed through on the way to the southern border. Now, the thing that's interesting about that is that was part of the Stephen Miller Trump administration immigration policy that candidate Biden was very critical of on the campaign trail. But as we're seeing the surge of immigrants at the southern border, as the administration tries to grapple with this immigration policy, they're looking at all options. And so far, the response has not denied that this could be part of the package they propose in the new year.
Gotcha. A lot of things could potentially change over the next couple of weeks here. Speaking of which, President Biden is taking a bit of a break leading up to the new year and the new Congress. What's his agenda while he's in St. Croix besides some time on the beach?
It seems like a whole lot of nothing, which is a popular pastime we've found out so far here on the island. He usually goes to Mass. That's a big Biden family thing. There's a church here he sometimes goes to. Some years they've taken a family photo at a scenic overlook. But I think the president is hoping to get some sun and recharge a bit. And so are we, although we'll be here for hits whenever you need us.
You're definitely doing some good work there. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Christine.